So before I lost weight, I was super insecure. I would stand in the shower, I would look down, and I couldn't even see my feet. Hey guys, what's up? It's Samantha and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I lost more than 30 pounds over the course of 3 months as an 18-year-old. I am in no way a licensed professional, doctor, nutritionist, and whatnot. These are just things that worked for me. And I also want to say that it's also definitely something that has to come from within and not based on anyone else's opinions. I wrote exactly how it is that I lost weight in this notebook. So I'm going to spill all the tea and you don't want to miss that. So if you guys were wondering, I was at 180 pounds and now I am at 146 pounds. So if you guys want to know exactly how I did it, keep on watching. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this and give it a thumbs up so I can know that you guys like this kind of content. And without further ado, let's get started. She always does that. So the first thing that I did was calculate my total daily energy expenditure and my BMR, which is my basal metabolic rate. I will put a calculator down below so you guys can calculate your TDEE and your basal metabolic rate as well. So your TDEE is basically the amount of calories you're burning as you're exercising. So my TDEE was approximately 1900 calories. Your basal metabolic rate is basically how many calories your body burns as you're resting. So as you're resting, your body is automatically burning your basal metabolic rate calories. So back then I was 180 pounds and my personal BMR was 1600 calories a day. So I was eating 1600 calories a day in order to lose weight. So those are the amount of calories that I was eating every single day in order to be in a caloric deficit. A caloric deficit is basically the amount of calories you're burning versus the amount of calories you're eating. So if you eat less calories than your body burns, you are in a caloric deficit. And this is only to lose 1 pound a week. So the next thing I did was count my calories every single day. I used apps like MyFitnessPal and LifeSum in order to more accurately count my calories every single day. I also used a scale and measuring cups. I know it's more extreme, but that is how I got used to measuring my portions in order to maintain my weight later on. So one of the biggest tips I can give you guys if you are planning to do this is to not obsess over it. I made this mistake and I paid the consequences. I really was like, at this point, I was already at my goal weight and I was still counting my calories, even though that I was already at my goal weight. So basically, don't even obsess over it. Just try to relax. Even if you do go over a little bit, it's okay. It's totally okay, and I learned that the hard way. If you're going to a fast food restaurant, I also recommend that you know how many calories you're eating. It's very important for you to really know what it is that you're consuming. I didn't really pay attention to sodium, sugar, or anything like that, just as long as I was meeting my caloric deficit every single day. With this method, I really would allow myself to eat anything I wanted as long as I met my calorie deficit. I was only doing this to lose weight, not to compose my body in a certain way. So that's why I was not counting my macros or anything like that. Since we are talking about counting calories, one of my biggest pieces of advice is to not drink your calories. Don't drink your calories because it's not filling and you are adding calories to your diet. Like I said, I was really not trying to compose my body a certain way. I was just trying to lose weight. I would drink Diet Coke, 0-calorie energy drinks, anything with 0 calories I would drink, or I would just opt for water. I drank a lot of water a lot of times and that would help me tremendously to fill up my stomach. One of the things that I have to say though is do not eat less than 1200 calories a day. That is extremely unhealthy and I would not recommend it because you will start to feel the absolute worst. So the next part of how I lost weight is my exercise. Although this is optional, I decided to exercise on top of being in a caloric deficit. I would exercise 3 times a week. I would do 1 hour of lifting weights and 30 minutes of cardio. So if you want to lose weight even quicker, you do have to exercise. However, being on a caloric deficit should allow you to lose at least 1 pound a week. A healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week, so you also have to remember that. So if you do exercise, you are allowed to eat a little bit more calories. Given that I did exercise, I could eat up to 1900 calories a day. Sometimes I did allow myself to go over my 1600 calorie limit, but I did not stress over it. Don't stress over the numbers because it's going to affect your mindset and it's going to affect your motivation. I once did that, but once I let go of those numbers and trusted the process, that's when I started seeing results and feeling way better than I could have ever imagined. So again, if you exercise, you will be able to eat a little bit more. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is cheat days. I did limit myself to one cheat meal, and I'm going to explain why. Going back to the calorie counting method, let's say your regular diet is about 2,000 calories every single day. So if you multiply that by 7, it equates to 14,000 calories in a week. So now let's set a different scenario where you're eating 1,600 calories for 6 days, and then you give yourself a cheat day. So in an extreme, you decide to eat 5,000 calories. So that equates over 14,000 calories in a single week. So you're actually going to gain weight. By eating a cheat meal, I satisfied my cravings, and I was also able to lose weight at the same time. So here's a strategy that I used in order to lose weight, as well as eat whatever I wanted on a given Sunday. So what I did, I would fast on Sundays so I can eat a 1,000 calorie meal in the afternoon. It is a variation of intermittent fasting. A lot of the times, once you go out to eat, it's almost 1,000 calories given. And sometimes it's not even including the drink or dressings. So to avoid splurging on calories on any given Sunday, which was my cheat day, I would fast throughout the day and give myself a big meal at the end. So one of the biggest parts about my weight loss was mindset. So before I lost weight, I was super insecure. I would stand in the shower, I would look down, and I couldn't even see my feet. This is very uncomfortable to talk about. I honestly did not feel good about myself at all. I really wanted to make that change. Last year at around March, I did get tired of feeling that way. So I did my research and I created my plan to start in April. My relationship with food was definitely one of my biggest problems. I love food, and that's something that you'll never change my mind about. However, my relationship with food did change. I didn't really plan on talking about this, but the first week of doing this, I only lost half a pound, and I remember being so down, but then I was like, hey, that's a big win. I lost half a pound. So I decided to continue, even though it might have been water weight. I decided to go at it. I got more precise with my calorie counting, and I was determined to lose that weight. My biggest piece of advice to you is to embrace the journey. Also, take progress pictures, do whatever suits you. Seeing myself develop also gave me confidence and self-esteem. It was amazing for me to see myself reach this level of comfort with my own body, and I was finally happy with the way I looked. Something that did help me a lot was thinking about who I was doing this for. I was doing this for myself and for myself only. I really recommend you guys to have the right mindset and see what works for you. Whether it's the keto diet, whether it's intermittent fasting, whether it's vegan, or even vegetarian diets, do what's best for you, what works for you, because I do recognize that not everything works for everyone. As long as you feel great, that's all you need. Like, if there's anything you're going to take from this video, it's do it for you and no one else. So that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming it. As you can probably tell, I'm very passionate about talking about this. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. And if you did, let me know down below if any of these tips helped you out. And comment down below what your progress is, your weight loss, if you're on a weight loss journey or you're trying to find something that will work for you. But if I can just help one person, that would make my day. Give this video a thumbs up if this helped you in any way. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.